Taiwan's been doing a good job for many years now, but it is a difficult balancing act. I understand that. And I think any Taiwanese leader has to keep evaluating how far to go in opening up to China, because we all know China is an enormous market, which Taiwan wants to be in and wants to take advantage of. But China also wants to take advantage of the market in Taiwan. So I think you have to be careful, thoughtful, continue to work with China in trying to strike that balance. But it will be harder and harder because the demands from China will grow greater because they're growing so much. Every decision that's made, you have to look at what you think the consequences will be and what could be what we call the unintended consequences. Whether it's a trade agreement, an air flights agreement, anything, you have to constantly be running it out 2, 3, 5, 10 years and see whether that's really where you want to end up. I believe that. We are seeing that now in Europe, and particularly a country like Ukraine became very economically dependent on Russia. Ukraine and other European countries got most of their energy from Russia. So when Russia turned off the energy, raised the price, their political independence was undermined. So economic independence goes together with political independence. Now, we are all dependent in some way in our world today, but that's why I'm saying you have to evaluate how far you can go before you lose your economic independence, because it will affect your political independence, any country. I don't agree with that. I think that it's understandable and appropriate for Taiwan to forge relationships with China, as long as you do what we've been talking about, which is to be thoughtful about what that means, not just today, but in 10 years. I think that the United States remains committed to our One China policy, which, as you know, is based on the 3 communiques in the Taiwan Relations Act. But we have been willing to support Taiwan in many ways against China's objections, and we will continue to do so. And I don't see a big change in the relationship right now. It has historically, in terms of first being very defensive and building up your own economy, building up your own defenses, being able to protect yourself, working closely with us. Then that began to loosen, so that there were more economic opportunities, more cross-strait connections, which was appropriate. But you're at a turning point now. Now you have to decide, how dependent economically do you become? How, therefore, do you handle the relationship if you say this far but no farther? That will put pressure on you from China if they want more. But I think you have to make those evaluations based on what you think is in the long-term interests of Taiwan. Nobody else can do that for you.